Dun, dun. Alright, Rob here from Get7 Systems, and this video we're going to go over the power system and how we control the 110 AC power input. It's pretty simple, so this will be a pretty short video. There's not really much to it. The first part is that our pulse width modulated signal comes out of the MSP 430 out of port 2.1, and you see you got a little PWM pulse here. That goes into the positive input on the digital side of the solid state relay, and the minus or negative terminal is tied back into ground, digital ground, and that's the digital input to the solid state controller and the solid state relay, and the relay is inside this dotted line box. Everything in this box is inside the relay, so it's not really as confusing as it looks. And the isolation that I think they did in my relay, optical isolation. So you power this up, and this optically turns on a control voltage source that turns on these two big power FETs. So on the input of the solid state relay, we've got a digital TTL signal, and the output is where we connect our hot AC line. And so the stats on this solid state relay are a 3 volt to 32 volt digital input, and that'll control a AC output of 24 volts to 380 volts at 25 amps max. So it's a pretty stout little relay. And the AC side, you tie up here is 110, so our power from the 110 power outlet, and we tie the hot line into one side of the AC side of the relay, and then down here we tie the hot line of the toaster into the other side of the AC relay, and we basically just connect and disconnect those, and they are connected for a period of time determined by the pulse width here. So that's kind of how pulse width modulation works, is you control the duty cycle of this square wave, and that controls how long you apply power to your load. And the other two lines, neutral and earth ground, are tied together on a terminal block, like I said. So really right here I've got a terminal block, and so the neutral and earth ground from the AC outlet are screwed down on one side of that, and then the neutral and earth ground of the toaster, I screwed those down on the other side of that. And the power cable for the toaster, I basically cut the end off and put some crimp terminals on there. So on the hot lines, they're screwed down, they're crimp terminals screwed down in the relay, and on the terminal block, they're also both crimp terminals screwed down on the terminal block. And that's how we make our connections. So this PDF will be up on the website. It's pretty simple. And so if you got any questions, feel free to post up.